What's up, everybody? Tommy Mutchler here, your favorite realtor, and today we're going to be talking about the six most common mistakes home buyers make when buying a house. So if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video with your mom or not. I don't really care, although you should. And we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. The first mistake home buyers make when buying a house is calling the listing agent. Now, I know you think you're probably going to get a better deal if you call the listing agent, but that is not true. As you know, there are two types of realtors out there. There's the realtor that represents the home buyer. There is the realtor that represents the seller. And think of it this way. If you were getting sued for $500,000, you would not hire the person that is suing you, their attorney, would you? They don't represent you, they represent the person suing you. So same thing with buying a house. Why would you call the listing realtor when they don't represent you? They represent their seller, and they have a legal fiduciary responsibility to get that seller as much money as they possibly can. Now I know, I'm just a greedy realtor. What the hell do I know? But I promise you, they will not get you a better deal. Because here's the thing. I know you're thinking, well, they'll actually cut their commission and give it to me, and everyone will be happy. No. There is no way the listing agent will cut their commission. They might say they will, but they probably most likely won't. If anything, they might say, oh yeah, we'll cut a couple $1,000s off. Here's the thing. If the house has been on the market for a while and the realtor, the listing agent's in the position of willing to cut their commission, that means the seller is also willing to cut their price. And more times than not, the seller usually cuts their price, not the listing agent. And if the seller is willing to cut their price, that means having a strong buyer's agent who represents you and your best interests legally will get you a bigger discount than the listing agent. It happens all the time. I promise you. You will get a better deal if you hire your own buyer's agent, which is free to you because the buyer's agent is paid by the seller even though they legally represent you. I promise you'll get a much better deal hiring a buyer's agent. Plus, again, they're going to properly help you navigate buying the home and will help you with negotiating additional things like inspections, low appraisals, things like that, getting you extra discounts, whereas the listing agent, again, represents the sellers, so they're not going to have your best interest at heart. The second most costly mistake when buying a house is not having a strong strategy and understanding of the current market. The market is volatile and does not forgive easily, which is why it's important to have a very strong plan when buying a house, understanding what it is you want to buy, where you want to buy it, what your budget is, and properly be pre-approved, right? You need to be pre-approved, you need to be working with a lender, and you need to be able to see houses first before anyone else. Because here's the thing, the housing market is moving very quickly, and that dream house of yours, it's gonna be gone before you know it. So how do you avoid this? Easy. The first thing you should do is hire a strong, talented, and experienced seasoned realtor who knows exactly what they're doing, knows how to navigate this very crazy market that we're in, and to help prepare you to get the home that you want. Now, I really wish I could give you more information about this, but the advice that I would give you if I were to work with you, which you should hire me by the way, really varies depending on what you want, when you want it, what your financial situation is like, what your current living situation is like. Do you need to sell a home first? Not to mention the current state of the market greatly depends on the type of advice that I or any other experienced realtor would give you. So again, one of the first most important things that you should do is find a realtor that you like and that you trust that's also very experienced to help you get your dream home at a great price. The third most costly mistake a home buyer can make when buying a house is passing on a great home way too early. Look, here's the reality. It is very common for home buyers to buy the very first house that they look at. Please do not think you don't have to buy the very first house you see. As long as you have a good home buying strategy in place, you know exactly what you want in a house, there is absolutely no reason not to buy the very first home you see. In fact, I would say about 35 to 40% of the people I work with buy the very first house they see. And this is because we come up with a strong plan of action and that they've looked at all the houses on the market and they know that this one house that we're going to see, or even the second house, is perfect for what they're looking for. So don't be afraid if you decide to buy the very first house you'll see. It is very common. And again, who knows? If you know what's on the market and you know it's the right house, go for it. Mistake number 4 when buying a house is waiting for the perfect house. Look, here's the thing. There are no perfect houses out there. Not a single one. There is no house out there that's going to check every single box. So if you're out there waiting for the one that just is absolutely perfect, you're probably never going to buy a home. Or maybe the next best thing would be to build a home. Now, building a home's also really expensive, so if that's something you're going to do, it might be something better to do later in life. If this is your first home or a stepping up home, now is not the time to be picky. Now, of course, you need to buy something that meets your needs and that's something that you like. Just know there is no perfect house that checks 100% of all the boxes. We can get you really close. Most good realtors can get you very close. We can get you within 90 to 95% of the ideal perfect house. But finding a house on 5 acres with a shop, a man cave, an open concept kitchen that's brand new, has a pool, and costs less than $200,000 probably isn't likely. In fact, it's not. Again, there is nothing wrong with waiting for the right house. It's just not going to be able to check every single box. And here's another thing. While there's nothing wrong with waiting to find the right house, it's important to note if you're on a budget, home prices are going up and they're probably going to keep going up for a long time. They could level off. They probably won't go down, but that won't be until interest rates go up, which is going to cost you more money. A house that might have checked 90% of the boxes is going to be becoming more expensive over time. And like I said, if you're on a budget, you might all of a sudden 6 months later, a year later, you might end up getting stuck buying a house that checks 70 to 80% of the boxes at the same price point as the one that checked 90% of the box. So there are some cons to waiting. Again, buy the right house. Don't buy the wrong one, right? Just know it's going to be 90% perfect, not 100%. Mistake number 5 home buyers make when buying a house is making a terrible offer. Look, here's the deal. Like I said earlier, it's important to have a strong buying strategy. It's important to have a strong strategy when buying a house. And this includes understanding market conditions, understanding what you're buying, understanding who you're buying it from. Because here's the deal. When you go to make an offer on a house and you don't understand what's important to that seller, and I know it's not always money. Money is not always the number one thing that's important to a seller. If you make the wrong offer, you will miss out and lose that house. Which is why it's important to work with a strong realtor who is really good at negotiating, hopefully someone who has additional education in negotiating specifically, who will help guide you in making a strong offer. Because here's the thing, if you're trying to buy a house and you want to offer $20,000 below on a brand new listing that's underpriced, that's undervalued, that already has 5 other offers on it, you're gonna lose. And like I said, there's a lot of things that are way more important than price to a seller. Although generally it is one of the more important ones. So again, working with a strong realtor who understands the market is going to help you get a really solid deal on a house. And here's a little bonus tip for you, just a little extra. Some of the best advice I have ever gotten was just because you're paying over asking price does not mean you're overpaying. Because here's the reality. If you're spending $400,000 in a house and all the comps and the valuations show that that house is worth $450,000, of course you're going to pay $25,000 over, right? If there's multiple offers on the house, you know the house is worth $550,000. They're asking $400,000. There's other offers on the table. Why wouldn't you pay more, right? Even if you pay $440,000 over asking price, or not over asking price, pay $40,000 over asking price, you still came in $10,000 below because you know the house is worth $450,000. And here's another important note. Even if you were hypothetically to overpay, an appraiser is not going to evaluate the house and let it be worth more than it's actually worth. The bank will physically not let you overpay. So you always have that appraisal as an underline of security. The 6th most costly mistake you can make when buying a house is getting the wrong lender. Here's the thing. Almost as important as finding a strong realtor is finding a strong, competent lender who is going to work really hard. I'm talking someone who's going to work nights, who's going to work weekends, who you can call at 11 p.m. at night because, I don't know, the seller's doing something dumb and we have to renegotiate something. Someone who's going to take really good care of you and helping you buy a house is going to go a long way, especially in this hot market where there's multiple offers. Because here's the thing. Nothing will kill a deal faster than a weak lender. I cannot tell you how many times one of these big box banks, these big companies, you see ads for them everywhere. I cannot tell you how many times one of them has killed a deal just for absolutely no reason. They'll be like, oh, we need an extra 3 months to close. Guess what? The sellers aren't happy with that. They'll cancel the deal. They need their money now. And they're going to go with another offer. And here's the reality. Any good, competent lender who is really good at their job, who really wants to have your best interest at heart, they're going to be able to price match any interest rate you can find on the internet. I mean, they're already going to have really stupid low rates anyway, but even if you find something lower, they will get you that lower rate and provide above and beyond customer service. The reality is there is no reason not to get a really strong, competent lender. They'll probably help you save more money. The sellers are going to choose your offer over another buyer's weaker lender's offer, and they'll keep the deal from falling apart. Sounds like a no-brainer to me, because it is. It is a no-brainer. Do it. Use a competent lender that's local, that has good rate, that has good customer service, and they won't kill the deal. Mistakes when buying a house. Number 7, bonus. I know I told you 6. I'm giving you 7. You're welcome. Is being last to the party. What do I mean by that? You do not want to be the last person to see your dream home. Look, here's the reality. There are a ton of home search websites out on the market. You got Zillow, you got Realtor.com, Redfin, Trulia, all those places. But here's the deal. Not all of them update you with the latest listings as soon as possible. In fact, websites like Realtor.com, Trulia, Zillow have been known to update their website with new listings 1 or 9 days later after they've been listed on the multiple listing services. This is a real problem if you're looking to buy a house, because I cannot tell you how many times I've partnered with these companies where they send me home buyers who are looking at buying a house and they're like, yeah, I want to see this house. And I'm like, I'm sorry, they accepted an offer 3 days ago. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? Realtor.com just said it just came on the market today. I'm like, I'm sorry, Realtor.com is wrong. Or Zillow or Trulia. They're wrong. They did not come on the market today. They came on the market 3 days ago. They just haven't updated their website yet. And I cannot tell you how many countless times people have missed out on houses because they were late to the party. So how do you work around this? Easy. Every realtor will have access to the matrix. The matrix is where all houses are listed. They can send you houses. The second the signpost hits the dirt, they can send you that house before it's on Zillow or Realtor.com or wherever. This is really important in order to see houses first. Or if you don't want to talk to a realtor and have them start emailing you list a house and you just want to look, you can go to soldbytommy.com. Yes, tip number 7 is a plug for my website where homes are updated every 15 minutes. So you don't have to wait 3 days, 5 days, 9 days to see a new house on the MLS. You can see it within 15 minutes of the signpost hitting the dirt. So check it out. It's free. You don't even have to sign up. It's great. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching 6 common mistakes home buyers make when buying a house. My name is Tommy Mutchler. If you ever need any help with buying a house, please feel free to call me. Even if you don't live in the Whatcom County, Skagit County area, I'm more than happy to connect you with a really awesome realtor, literally anywhere in the United States or Canada that I trust that can help you out. So please feel free to subscribe, like this video, share it with your mom, and I'll see you in the next one.